You're listening to a Rhino.com podcast. Yes, you are.
Welcome to the RhinoCast. Today's show includes an interview with Machine Shop Warner Brothers recording artist Holly Brook.
Hi, this is Burt Bacharach, and you are listening to the RhinoCast.
This is Rick Noon, here with Holly Brook for the RhinoCast. Holly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You think you would have made the same record if you had grown up here instead of in Wisconsin?
No.
How would it differ?
Well, I think living in a rural area, growing up in that place was really inspiring for me. So I think it adds depth to what I have now. And I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have depth if I had lived in Los Angeles, but I just don't know. So
it really reflects, I think, who you are. It's a terrific piece of music. Talk a little bit more about putting the record together. You managed to attract a high-profile producer right out of the gate. That had to be something special. Yeah,
I just everything kind of fell into place really naturally and happened very quickly.
Your producer's name is?
Jon.
Jon has worked with Elton John. And
yeah, he's sitting right here, actually.
Hey, Jon. Pretty high-profile producer.
Yeah.
When I was preparing for the interview, I was thinking about the quality and the sound of the record, and I had no idea you'd be here. But, Holly, there's a sparseness to the record, kind of a openness to the record. Was that as much you, or, in collaboration with the producer, vice versa? I mean, there's a sound in there that is deep and has depth, like you mentioned, but it really has a sparseness to it. It shines.
I brought a lot of songs to Los Angeles, but of course, I hadn't really come into who I wanted to be as a songwriter yet. And working with Jon was one of the things that really helped me hone my songwriting skills and define my sound. But we had to go through a lot of songs to get that sound. When I first came out, we recorded about 15 songs, and they were very produced. I also was working with a couple other people, Heather Hawley and Rob Hoffman, who are really great, but it wasn't quite right for me. And so I stuck with Jon, and we came up with this plan that we were going to not produce my record pop. You know, we were going to leave out a lot of things, like trying to be all tricky with the producing. We were just going to let the songs speak for themselves and just have the instrumentation kind of support that and the vocals. So
that's the no tricks part is great because it really opens you up, and there's an amazing quality to the record. Like I said, it brings you out. You did a great job.
Thank you. Very
good. This is the RhinoCast, and we're here with Holly Brook. Record comes out June 6th on Machine Shop Records / Warner Brothers, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little bit more about some of your favorites on the record. Everywhere I looked and went into your MySpace thing and on your site, people are talking about Curious, and you seem to have, and now that I've met you personally, seem to have a real knowledge of relationships and the ups and downs and some personal experiences going on there.
Yeah, I guess you know what it is, though? I get inspired really easily. So I could write a really deep song, but it could be about my, boyfriend in 6th grade.
The phrasing on the last line of the song is very memorable. It is. That's a very cool record. You just hit it so perfectly.
I'm curious. And there are too many unanswered questions that I hold on to, like you.
So listen, I'm really now that you mentioned about maybe going back to 6th grade, I'm so damn curious about giving it up for you now.
Oh, really?
True story. True story. There are.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that song, but people would think that I was talking about a person in that song, but I'm totally not. I'm talking about my music. I'm giving up all these things so that I can pursue my career in music. So that's really what the song's about.
Depth again of the lyrics belie your age, and drinking at 11 and medicines and various different things, but it's poignant. It really is. Talk about a couple of your other favorites on there.
What I Wouldn't Give is one of my favorite songs because it's one of the oldest songs on the record. It's about 2 years old, and that song I wrote in Wisconsin when I was on a trip back home visiting from Los Angeles, and Jon actually came with me back to Wisconsin just to have a little writing trip for a few days, and that song came out, and we just have no idea where it came from.
Any other particular favorites or ones that stand out, sort of a hidden gem, a little down that somebody might not discover until they, listen to it more than once?
Saturdays, yeah. Saturdays is a song that I wrote on a really boring day in Los Angeles, because at the time I didn't have a car, so I was kind of stuck at home. I was living with some people, and I was stuck at home. I couldn't really do anything, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just write a song. But I didn't know what day of the week it was. So I actually wrote that song on a Thursday, but it's called Saturdays. And it's about Saturday, but I wrote it on a Thursday.
Saturday, what a day, what a silly little day. Time to kill, take a pill as I sit and contemplate how I'd like to be around all the people in the town with their fancy cars and things. But I've got time.
It's the Rhinocast. I'm Rick Noon with Holly Brook. Her record comes out June 6th, right around the corner. That's got to be exciting. Mm-hmm. You feel like hitting the tailor a little bit for something?
Yeah, I could play a song.
Okay. What would you like to share with us?
I would play the title cut from my record, Like Blood, Like Honey. You wanna catch your breath, you wanna get out, but as you surface you don't really know how to live upon the solid ground. Well, sometimes it's just easier to let yourself drown, 'cause love is thick like blood, like honey.
You're listening to the Rhinocast, and that was Holly Brook performing live the title track to her latest album on Machine Shop and Warner Brother Records, Like Blood, Like Honey. Pick it up wherever you buy music, in stores or online.
You've just listened to a Rhino.com podcast. Visit Rhino.com for music, movies, and all kinds of crazy shit.